Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP, XLM, and XDC. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about the 3X coins of crypto. And I wanted to do something a little bit different today. In this video, we're going to talk about regulations around these cryptocurrencies. We'll talk about their use cases and where they're going in the future. So on the 20th of July, 2023, the long-awaited Electronic Trades Documents Act 2023 received royal assent and will come into effect in the UK on September 20th of this year. Now that bill, or that Documents Act, gave XDC clarity in the UK. And you better be holding XDC before September 20th, because I think that's when everything is going to change. Trade going digital is no joke. It's going to speed up the supply chain. And every single country is going to want to get on board with this. I think even the US will give XDC the green light for digital trade. UK passes bill a green light for TradeFinex adoption. Now this is how big this actually is. So TradeFinex is a pioneering decentralized platform that aims to transform the traditional landscape of global trade through blockchain technology. Operating on the XDC network, a high-performance blockchain designed for enterprise use cases, TradeFinex introduces innovative financial instruments and digitalizes trade process to provide enhanced liquidity, security, and efficiency. One such innovation is TradeFinex, a cutting-edge platform that leverages the XDC liquidity protocol, a common standard digitalization protocol for trade finance securitization. Every single thing around trade is going to be handled through XDC. There's no alternative to XDC. And that's how it got clarity in the UK. XRP is not a security. This means every other digital asset is not a security. The difference is XRP has legal clarity. Now, we were tied up in a lawsuit for over 2 years. Once that judge came out and deemed XRP not a security here in the United States, that was massive. And, we're still waiting for mass adoption to happen right here inside the United States. But XRP was never a security outside the United States. In fact, Brad Garlinghouse pushed ahead in almost every other country, especially the EU, with MiCA. That was the clear path for crypto in the EU. So that's the clarity around XRP. What about Stellar? So UN aid to Ukraine built on Stellar. Ukraine CBDC built on Stellar. Stellar partnered with BlackRock and JP Morgan in CFTC committee. BlackRock and JP Morgan recently announced $400 billion in Ukraine Reconstruction Bank, all aligned to the US, EU, and UK interests. XLM primed to be huge. I don't think XLM will ever have a problem with the SEC. First of all, XLM is already being utilized inside the United States through on-off ramps. Plus, it's working with the US and all these other countries in the Ukraine. I look at that as a testing ground. They're going to test for cashless society over there, digital ID, and then later, most likely, even a social credit score. But I see no issues for Stellar and XLM in the future. Tokenization. Let's first talk about XDC. Different types of documents ready for tokenization via the XDC network. Warehouse receipt, certificate of origin, commercial invoice, packaging list, bill of lading, customs goods declaration, insurance certificates. Everything around trade will be tokenized through XDC. Beyond that, there's already projects working on the XDC, building out on the XDC network, that are also involved in tokenization. I think XDC is going to capture a good portion, a good percentage of the tokenization market in the future. What about XRP? So today's real-world asset focus is Ripple investing $100 million into tokenized carbon credits. I said it in previous videos that tokenization, Brad, when he got involved with the carbon credits market, he's going after all the money. That market is absolutely going to be massive in the future, but it goes beyond that. And take it from Ripple themselves.
This is tough. Hello, my name is Jazz Takar, and this is Crypto in a Minute. So what does a tokenized future look like? So first let's define what tokenization actually is. Tokenization is the representation of real-world value on a blockchain with tokens. And so, if we think about financial instruments, I see a future where equities and bonds and other instruments are represented as tokens on a blockchain. I also see more illiquid assets, such as real estate, being represented on blockchains through tokens also. So what does the future hold? What does all this mean for us individuals? It allows us all to own fractions of assets we otherwise could not afford. I can't afford to fund a film, but maybe I can own a token that partially funds a movie. I could buy a token that represents a rainforest because I want to preserve it for ecological reasons. So look, I see a future where we all own value that we otherwise couldn't own. We own fractions of assets we otherwise couldn't own. And yeah.
So they're going after anything that can be tokenized in the future. But it allows the average everyday person that works 9 to 5 to invest in things that they normally could not invest in, whether it's pieces of a house, pieces of a hotel. You could buy a piece of a forest if you really wanted to in the future. That's how I know that industry is going to be massive. And so many people are overlooking it inside the crypto space. But all of a sudden, when you start to see XRP rise in value due to tokenization, I think that's when you're going to see those high numbers. But what about Stellar? So Stellar Lumens, pioneering asset tokenization, report foresees $16 trillion opportunity as asset tokenization emerges as the next big thing. So according to a Reddit post, Stellar is the leading platform in asset tokenization in digital funds and treasuries. The post noted that over $300 million in tokenized digital funds have been issued on Stellar by Franklin Templeton and Wisdom Tree. Stellar is also going to capture a good percentage of that market. And it's so big that the World Economic Forum says it's a $770 trillion market in the future. So each one of these cryptocurrencies only have to grab a small percentage of it. And next thing you know, you're looking at a $500 XRP, a $200 XLM, a $200 XDC. Who knows what kind of value will come from that? But I think the price could rise very fast. Are XLM, XDC, and XRP the future of cross-border payments? Learn about these three third-generation cryptocurrencies and their potential to revolutionize the way we send money around the world. So XRP, XDC, and XLM are all third-generation cryptocurrencies that offer a number of benefits over their predecessors: fast and efficient transactions, low fees, and scalability. Here are some specific examples of how XRP, XDC, and XLM can be used. XRP can be used to facilitate fast, cheap, and secure cross-border payments. XDC can be used to power transactions on the XDC network inside of digital trade. XLM can be used to transfer money between different currencies. They all have a different use case, but they all are very similar. Everybody always says XRP, it's going to move all the world's money, but it's not true. It's going to move a good portion of the world's money. XLM is going to move a good portion of the world's money, and XDC is also going to move a good portion of the world's money. And that's why I always said you don't want to sell one of these cryptocurrencies to jump into another one. You want to hold all three. This way you're holding all three cryptocurrencies that are going to move the world's money. McCaleb says that they are not competing with Ripple and that there are plenty of opportunities out there. If that's the case, then why were they so quick to partner up with MoneyGram once the relationship with Ripple ended? These cryptocurrencies are not competing at all. But take a listen to what Jed had to say.
Will Stellar be used by banks and institutions?
I mean, that's certainly the hope. We have this partnership with MoneyGram, which is, I think, a big first step into that. And, they obviously have relationships with lots of banks around the world. And I think that that's sort of an inroad to getting with banks. I mean, we've had talks with lots of banks over the years. The ones that have gotten the furthest are ones kind of outside the U.S. That deal with a lot of cross-border payments. Mm-hmm. And those are continuing, and the banks take a long time, and they're pretty risk adverse. So
right.
It's not going to be the first big things that happen, but I think that everyone's kind of warming up to crypto in general. So I think it's a little bit inevitable that eventually that happens. So
right, yeah. Okay, appreciate that. One more question. Will XLM, will Stellar and Ripple work hand in hand, or are they competition?
The world of payments is quite large, so I don't know that there'll ever be a situation where you'll need to use both of them. Maybe for some weird thing, but I don't really see them as competitive. I mean, I feel like they're kind of going after a different part of the space of payments, and again, like literally everyone in the world uses payments, from grandmas to large corporations. So there's
just so many opportunities out there. They don't need to compete. And what Jed was saying there was pretty much, listen, at some point, maybe we will cross paths, maybe we won't. The space is so big, but he doesn't want to compete with Ripple. And Ripple doesn't really care to compete with Stellar because they see two different use cases in front of them. But everybody in the crypto space always thinks somehow these two are fighting each other, and they're really not. And then I'm going to show you how Ripple, XRP, and XDC can work together in the same environment. So SBI spotlights Ripple's XRP-powered ODL solution. So strengthening on its long-standing relationship with Ripple, SBI VC Trade president has disclosed the company's enhanced strategy for Ripple's on-demand liquidity service. SBI, one of Ripple's oldest partners, aims to bolster the real-time transmission of XRP, Ripple's native cryptocurrency. During a recent webinar, they unveiled a slide indicating a considerable influx of transaction volume to XRP Ledger from Asia, aligning with Ripple's overreaching goal of expediting cost-effective international remittances. And they said that it indicates a huge amount of transaction volume will be coming to XRP Ledger from Asia. So they're looking for cross-border payments utilizing XRP. And that's how me and you get rich as XRP investors. But what about XDC and SBI? We are thrilled to partner with SBI VC Trade and bring the XDC ecosystem to the Japanese market. So XDC Network brings a unique value proposition to the trade finance market, and we believe its addition will enhance our customers' trading experience. Take notice, they didn't say they're going to use XDC for cross-border payments. They're going to use it for their trading experience. So this way, they could push ahead with digital trade as well. Two different use cases being used by the same company. And, people always try to put XDC against XRP as well. They are not fighting each other or competing in any way. XRP and XLM pumped together. So many people forget that in the crypto space. They'll go and they'll buy 5,000 XRP, and they'll forget about ever buying XLM for some reason. But you know, if you're invested in XRP, why would you not invest in XLM? This way, when XRP pumps, you could double dip. You could get returns from both of these cryptocurrencies at the same time. This pump just proves XDC is legit and worthy of diamond hands. Now, XDC, however, pumped on its own, and people wanted to sell their XLM and put the money into XDC and chase the pump. That's why I said that's the worst thing you could do in crypto, because all of a sudden you go and you pull your money out of XLM, put it in XDC, XDC stops pumping, and now all of a sudden XLM is pumping once again. Hold all three of these cryptocurrencies. That's the smart move. The triple threat, XDC, XLM, XRP. These coins are just warming up. Now, we just watched each one of these cryptocurrencies pump. And, you know, this is nothing. This is just cents. If you know what you hold when you hold these cryptocurrencies, you will hold on to these cryptocurrencies as long as you possibly can. This way, you will get to the high numbers in the future. If you're not here for the tech and only the money, you will, 1, most likely not hold as long. 2, preach about money, causing short-term noobs entering the ecosystem. Lack the ability to educate so people hold more. Lack contribution to the space. Look like a shill. When you're holding these cryptocurrencies, you gotta know the tech behind them. I always said it, you're never investing in a cryptocurrency anymore. You're investing in the technology of the future. You're investing in the 3 cryptocurrencies that can move money on a daily basis, 365 days a year. But there's people that come into crypto and they get here and they put money in on Monday, and if they're not rich by Friday, right away they're crying and complaining. It takes patience to be in this game. The real winners are going to be the people that can hold through anything. You know, everybody always is in such a rush to know when is XRP going to moon. When is XLM going to moon? If you know what you're holding, things take time to build out. Let everything build out while you sit patiently on the sidelines and watch it all come together. Patience is the most important trait to have in the crypto market. That's the most true thing you will ever hear. Because if you don't have patience, you will sell too soon. You will miss the greatest opportunity of your lifetime. Each one of these cryptocurrencies can easily set you financially free. They can retire you early. They could give you generational wealth. They could give you passive income in the future. You may never have to sell one of these cryptocurrencies if you hold it long enough. But that's why I wanted to do this video today. I wanted to show you the similarities around them. I wanted to show you the technology behind them. I wanted to show you that they're not going to have any more legal problems going forward, because everybody in the crypto space, right away, they want to FUD all over these cryptocurrencies. Most of the time, it comes from Bitcoin maxis. And the reason they do that is because they're afraid of these cryptocurrencies. They know their potential. They know where they're going. And they know they're going to leave Bitcoin behind. And as long as you ignore the FUD, and you stay patient and you stay positive, you will get to that finish line. I will help you get there. I make videos every single day. I show you the growth around these cryptocurrencies. I show you why you got to keep holding. I show you where we can be going in the future based on real world events as well. You want to know the real timeline? Look at the news. I'm not talking about the mainstream news. I'm talking about the news that's really going on. Like the BRICS coming out with a gold-backed currency. Like the banks falling apart and getting consolidated. Those are the things you got to pay attention to when you're in crypto. Because as all of that falls apart, a new financial system is going to rise. And as it rises, all of a sudden, these cryptocurrencies will rise in price so fast, leaving so many people behind. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.